Hello everybody. On today's show we have some wonderful guests, Miss Leanne Motes, Miss Fannie Johnson, and Miss Desi Ross. You're going to learn a lot. You want to stay tuned.
Become essential at Meridian Community College. Our community is changing, and at MCC, we are built for those who want to serve. Being essential has kept our community going. You can become that here, all at an affordable cost. Whether you dream of helping people through healthcare services or want to transport goods, connecting people with the products they need, we have many unique opportunities to help you find your purpose. Don't wait for change. Be the difference and register today. Become essential at Meridian Community College.
With so much uncertainty in our world, we are thankful for the heart and determination of those who have followed their calling in healthcare. They work tirelessly on the front lines every day to make a true difference in our community. At Meridian Community College, we take pride in training these heroes and are grateful for their service in this time of great need. These Eagles found their wings at Meridian Community College.
And we are here today with Miss Leanne Motes. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Now, Leanne, what is your exact title here at Meridian Community College?
I am the Campus Life Coordinator. I'm
Okay.
in charge of fun.
Oh my gosh.
What a job description.
And so you're trying to encourage the students to kind of, get together, and y'all do all kinds of fun things. I know we organize, or you organize a lot of the fun on campus, a lot of the things that we do. But I wanted you on the show today to talk specifically about something MCC has been doing for a number of years, which is my College Cares Day. And typically with my College Cares, one day in the fall, we go out into the community and we participate. But this year, because of COVID and the things that are happening, we could not go out like that. Yeah. So we've had to make some changes. How did we change? Because you were in charge of my College Cares Day, and congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you. It's what we call virtual My College Cares.
Okay.
As opposed to large groups going out and doing big, huge, massive events, it's up to each student to pick 5 hours, to serve 5 hours of volunteer service from the beginning of school to October 29th.
Okay.
And they can do anything. They can help the elderly with their loans, or buying groceries, or cleaning their church, or various different things. One of the advantages, although we didn't have quite as many participants, was that we could go outside of Lauderdale County.
Okay.
So we've had people down on the coast, in Texas, in Tennessee. MCC is represented there because it's online students can now do it. And as long as they have verification through our Canvas system, that it's done, that it's voluntary, and that it's 5 hours, it counts.
So what kind of, they have to put something on Canvas saying that our Canvas is our learning management system here at Meridian Community College, but they have to do something saying that they did, verifying.
Right, we have a form in FormSite where that you can put in the supervisor of the business or the homeowner, or whatever the situation may be.
So if it's a senior citizen's lawn,
right, they would put their name and phone number,
okay.
And then they sign it, and it comes through our system. And there's just a handful of very small assignments that you do, and you can earn a college credit for it. It's a self-affirmation credit, and hopefully, the students will learn the impact that they can have and represent the college.
Well, I'm glad that we were able to still do my College Cares, even though we had COVID and things have been, just a little different here on campus. I'm glad that we were still able to do that because, my heart is with my College Cares, and we do. My group does Random Acts of Kindness, which has
been wonderful this year.
Really,
we have had a massive turnout.
They really have, and we give donations. We donate things to the homeless. And I can't say enough about my College Cares and the work that you do. Hopefully next year we'll be back out and about. Do you think that might happen, or do you think? Okay.
I hope so.
We'll see.
This can work. You can always make anything work.
Sure.
But our community, our local community, really looks forward to us coming and
they
helping
really
with things like fall festivals and Boy Scout camps. Things that are time specific. So
Just the cleanups that
Right,
we do,
the
that we help out
cleanups.
with the playgrounds.
Mary
and-
Hope, just different places that are getting ready for the holiday season, whether it be Halloween or Christmas. They count on that. So we may not have been able to do that this year. We just made an impact in a different way.
Now, you were saying that we have something else coming up
We do.
soon here, and it's Hype Night.
Hype Night. Hype
Okay.
Adventures is located in the old Sears location in the Bonita Lakes Mall. November the 12th, Campus Life has rented out the entire building for our MCC students.
Wow.
They can go from 7 to 10 with a current MCC ID and enjoy all, there's a massive amount of things to do in there. There's go-karts and climbing walls and axe throwing.
All free.
All free.
All
free.
you have to have is your.
All you have to
I was
have
trying
is
to
your-
pick up my MCC ID. I'm
your
used to wearing
MCC
it.
badge. It's November the 12th from 7 to 10, and we're
PM.
PM.
Good,
Yes,
okay.
we're looking forward to that. Just kind of away right before going into exams to just wrap up the semester, because we'll be out.
As soon as exams are over.
But as soon as exams are over, when we leave for Thanksgiving, the students will be done.
Right. So, what kind of things do they have in Hype? I've never been.
Oh, it's like I said, the go-karts, laser tag, climbing walls, virtual reality, axe throwing. It's massive.
I think I could really throw some
I think
axes.
there's something in there for everybody. I did the virtual reality where you walk the plank and then jump off.
How
and
was that?
It was very realistic. I was squealing.
Okay.
So,
That is a wonderful. Now, how did you get this idea?
well, we just approached them to see how we could connect with them in the community, and we decided that, for our students to go and enjoy the whole night, it's going to be just them, so there's not as many crowds and different ones waiting. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think our students will love
And
it.
you said teachers can go too.
Teachers can go too, as long as they have a current MCC ID.
That is wonderful. Now, one of the things that I appreciate about you is your creativity. Because, the thing is, you want to try to keep up to date and do new things each year. How tiring is that?
Well, you have to think outside of the box sometimes. It's
Sure.
been more challenging this year with COVID-19.
Sure.
But now, and just a note on the Hype Night, we will
Yes.
be required to wear masks.
Okay.
And
of course.
it's a large enough area that it can be social distance, but we do need to wear our masks at
Okay.
night and take those same precautions. But you just have to kind of think like a teenager, like a 20-year-old.
See, that's my.
What would you
I'm
like?
not. I can't. I don't.
I'm
know.
far
I
off
just
from
can't
that
do
too.
it.
Yeah, but when you hang around them and you're with them
Yeah.
in the quave and stuff, and you start hearing what they're talking about and what they'd like, it kind of evolves.
Because
We
I
do.
still have difficulty understanding my kids and grandkids. Usually I'll say something like, "What were you thinking? Where did that come
But
from?"
at the quave, they're just really always, they're just being themselves, talking things they enjoy, and you can pick up on that.
I love coming down the Quave every time. It's such a great atmosphere down there. And you have what all do you have in the Quave?
Oh,
You
we have
got a
pool tables, ping pong tables, video games,
PlayStation.
PlayStation and Xbox,
Just-
arcade games. Just a place to hang out, have something to eat, watch TV, listen to some music, good Wi-Fi.
As with everything, we're trying to take care of all aspects of our student, not just their education, but their social interaction as well. Well, listen, I want to thank you for being with us today. And thank you so much for all that you've done with My College Cares, and even though it was a little difficult this time, and I'm really thinking that this Hype Night is going to go over well.
I think so too. I'm excited.
We'll be right back.
Are you searching for something new? Then Meridian Community College is the place for you. With over 52 career and technical pathways, you can move straight into the workforce in 2 years or less. Get hands-on experience in welding and electrical technology, or go digital in graphic design and media production. You'll discover many opportunities for a new career at a fraction of the cost. Reskill now. Become essential at Meridian Community College. Register today at meridiancc.edu.
All right, so you're looking to make a career decision that's crazy smart and won't break the bank. Then let's start with tuition guarantee and a home field advantage. That's Meridian Community College, and we're changing the game. We've got heavy metal drilling and saving lives. Or how about building a rover that could drive on Mars? We're more than grades in a classroom. We're your Red Bull monster shot of knowledge that will help you own that next job. This is not just the 13th year, it's the gateway to your entire career. Are you ready for more? Well, the Eagle has landed. Find your wings.
And we're here today with Miss Fannie Johnson. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for inviting me.
Well, you know, we've had a relationship for a few years now.
Yes.
Because through Meridian Community College's My College Cares Day, this is how it started. I was in charge of a Random Acts of Kindness where we donate toiletries and things like that for the homeless. And that's how I got to, well, I knew you before for another reason. We might talk about that in a minute. But it was, you know, donating these toiletries and me calling you and saying, hey, is there a need? What is the need? You know, but you have been the executive director of Love's Kitchen, you said, for 12 years now.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Now, how did you get involved with this, if you don't mind me asking? How
Actually,
did that happen?
I had a phone call. I moved back here in 2000.
Okay.
And I actually started off food service director at the jail, and I was at Alliance. And one of the ladies at Alliance was on the board of Love's Kitchen, and she had called me and said, we have an opportunity for you. And I said, I'll have to think about it. And we talked about it, and I said, you know, that's something I would do for free if I could, but I'm gonna need a check now. So I did a few interviews, talked about it, and I accepted the job, and I've been there since 2008.
Okay. Well, now, don't you love it when somebody says, I have an opportunity for
Yes,
you?
yes, and I'm like, whoa, what an opportunity.
Now, what exactly does Love's Kitchen do?
Our main purpose always is to feed the people that are hungry. And
Okay.
sometimes people get that confused. It's not just the homeless.
Right.
I have to remind people sometimes that a large population of our clients are the working poor, those that are struggling. So in a way, we're prevention from them getting homeless because they don't have to choose, do I pay a water bill, do I pay a medical bill, do I buy school supplies? They can come there and eat and sometimes get extra stuff to take with them if they need to. In the last few years, we've been able to add doing laundry.
Oh my,
So we
okay.
do their laundry 2 days a week anyway, but if they have a special doctor's appointment or job interview, we can do them on an extra day.
Okay.
We also started a program, I can't remember how long ago, there was a young lady at United Way, Stephanie, that helped me put a program together that started off street to feet. And then we changed the name because we decided not just the homeless that were on the street, but the people who were maybe getting close to it. So we changed the name of the program to Fruits of Labor.
Okay.
So if you come out in labor, you get to have some of the fruits. So
Okay.
we bring them through Love's Kitchen, we give them training, we give them access to meet other people who could have jobs. They work with us from 3 to 6 months, get all that, get a resume built, and they can go find a job somewhere else. So they start off with us part-time, and they end up out full-time somewhere else. That job, or that program has branched out to a partnership with MUTE, Mississippi United in Homelessness.
Wonderful.
And this year we've helped put 2 of our clients into their own homes who started off working with us. But I got some numbers from MUTE, and in the area they put about 70 people in their homes that were homeless.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, so we've kind of branched out. We try to adapt to what our clients need. Like I said, initially it was feeding them.
Right.
And then it was like, well, can we help them feed themselves? Can we help the people who used to be our clients now become not only our volunteers, but our supporters? So we've enjoyed that. So now there's a lot of food around with different programs, so we saw the needs to try to do more outreach.
Okay.
So we've been concentrating on that, and it's working out really good. It's not helping somebody get in their own home. I just can't tell you how good that feels.
Well, you know, I think so many people would be surprised at the number of homeless in our area. You know, you think Meridian, Mississippi, but there are a large number of homeless people here.
Yes.
Is there anything in particular that you notice about the homeless, or has it changed in the time you've been there? And what I mean is, you typically assume, and I know I've talked to people, they'll see someone out homeless, they're like, why don't you just get out and get a job?
Yeah.
You know, but it's not that simple.
Right.
I'm just wondering, have you noticed anything? Because I know, and we've talked about this, because I have a family member who, thank goodness for y'all, thank goodness for y'all. But that homelessness was due to drugs and mental issues. And I wonder, do you see more of that, if you don't mind me asking, like where that it's because of the drugs and mental issue? It's because of, I know we have veterans that are homeless. We have so many. Is there one particular type?
No, that those are still some of the major issues that cause homelessness. I've actually talked to some of them one-on-one and said, okay, what could I do to get you to come inside because there are programs. Weems had a program where they addressed the mental issues and the addiction issues and also, help them get in homes. So there are programs popping up and programs that have been consistent for years to help them, but some of them it's their comfort zone. That's where they've been, that's where they know how to live, and some of the homeless camps are horrible. You see them on TV with the trash and everything, but there are other homeless camps with transformers where some of the clients have, and I was shocked when I heard this, have taken like the wood pieces like you'd have in your house and made floors inside their tents.
Wow.
So some of them it's comfortable, it's what they know, they can go out and get the little bit of money they need for something, and then what I've noticed too, when we try to bring them into work, we have to start them part-time, of course. And that's not just because that's all the labor hours that are available, but it's also because you can't take somebody who hasn't worked and say, hey, come work 40 hours.
Right.
You have to ease them into it. And some of them, it works, and some of them, they just cannot do it. They've fallen into that lifestyle. They're comfortable with that lifestyle. And that's what some of them have told me. I'm not coming back inside. I'm comfortable where I am, and this is what I'm gonna do. No matter what program you come up with, no matter what opportunity you give me, I'm going to stay out here in these woods, and if somebody comes and tears up this site, I'm going to go find another one.
This is, my family member would say, I have freedom, I have all this freedom, and I kept, you're homeless. You are literally homeless. Well, what kind of things we're coming up on Thanksgiving and Christmas, and what type of things do you see a need for? If anybody wanted to give a donation, what type of things do you think is most needed out there right now?
Sometimes it changes depending. We got over 13,000 cans. The can drive that Little Caesars and Dairy Queen did through the school system. Love's Kitchen got over 13,000 of those cans. I think the total was like 40-some thousand. Okay. So we got good can drive going on. Y'all bless us every year with the hygiene products. So, and I don't want to sound crass or anything, but money, of course, because this year, I think we're going to have an opportunity. I've been working with Meals on Wheels, and Meals on Wheels gets a meal, but they get it the day before.
Okay.
So what we want to do is send them that hot Thanksgiving meal and that hot Christmas meal that Love's Kitchen makes. Excellent. So this year we're going to try to partner them. So we'll be cooking 200 extra meals. Okay. So more money for that, or those items that we'll need. And if anybody wants to, I'll give them the number. Okay. They can call and we can tell them what's going to be on the menu. Okay. And if they want help with those menu items, because we may not have those items in stock.
Will you give the telephone number to
it's our viewers? It's 601-693-1409. 601-693-1409. And please leave a message, because sometimes I am in the kitchen. Thanks.
Well, listen, thank you so much for being here. This was not enough time to talk about what, but I did want you on the show to talk about this.
Thank you.
Thank you, I really
appreciate it. And I'm a proud graduate. Go Eagles!
We'll be right back.
Become essential at Meridian Community College. Our community is changing, and at MCC, we are built for those who want to serve. Being essential has kept our community going. You can become that here, all at an affordable cost. Whether you dream of helping people through healthcare services or want to transport goods, connecting people with the products they need, we have many unique opportunities to help you find your purpose. Don't wait for change. Be the difference and register today. Become essential at Meridian Community College.
With so much uncertainty in our world, we are thankful for the heart and determination of those who have followed their calling in healthcare. They work tirelessly on the front lines every day to make a true difference in our community. At Meridian Community College, we take pride in training these heroes and are grateful for their service in this time of great need. These Eagles found their wings at Meridian Community College.
We have Miss Desi Ross here today, and I'm so glad that you're back on the show.
I am too. Thank you for having me.
Now, you are our dual credit coordinator.
Yes.
Which means what?
So I work with high school juniors and seniors to let them take college classes for credit.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And every time you're here, I say, I wish they had had this program when I was in school 40 million years ago.
It's a really great program that we offer here. You know, it gives high school students a chance to kind of get their feet wet in the college environment, or for those students who do already know exactly what they want to do, they can go ahead and get some of their basic classes out of the way.
So if someone is interested in taking dual enrollment classes, what do they need to do?
So as long as they have ACT scores, they are a junior or senior in high school if they're taking academic classes.
Could it be the summer before they begin their junior year?
It can, yes.
Okay.
So once they finish their sophomore year, they can start that summer taking dual credit classes.
Okay.
And so all they have to do is go to our website and fill out an admissions application and a dual credit application. And then myself and their high school counselor, we kind of take care of everything else from there. And so it's a pretty easy process for them to get signed up.
How many classes can they take per semester?
Well, we offer them 2 per semester at the discounted rate,
Okay.
but they can take as many as they would like. They just have to pay full price for it.
What is the discounted rate?
It's $50, and then
For a class?
For a class, yes.
$50?
Yes, which is it's a really good deal.
It's a
Yeah.
really phenomenal deal.
And you know,
yes.
some of our classes do have additional fees. You know, some of the math classes you have to have the My Math Lab and mastering, just the different access codes or ebooks for the classes. So sometimes they'll
that
have
doesn't include books. This is just the class
just the
itself,
class.
which again is still a great deal.
Yes, and so those
Okay.
additional fees, they're never going to be more than $100. That may be as high as it'll get. Some of them are as low as $25.
So they can take 2 classes for
Mm-hmm.
for $50 a piece, and if they want to take more, they just have to pay
Yeah,
the full
full
price of the
price, yeah.
class. Okay. What about during the summers? Still the same thing?
It's still the same,
2
yeah.
classes?
The only thing that's different during the summer is that their high school campus won't actually have any classes there. So
Okay.
they would either have to come here to MCC or do online classes during the summer.
Because that is, not only can they take the dual enrollment classes, but we offer many classes
Oh, yeah.
at their high school.
Absolutely, yeah. So the high school, they get to decide which classes they want to offer on their campus. And then we also here at MCC, we offer some on our campus or through online classes. They can do that as well.
Well, I noticed it was probably a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago, we had a young man who graduated from high school one day, and that's the end of the summer, he graduated, he had a 2-year degree here.
Yeah, exactly, and that's always possible. They can take as many classes as they want, and a lot of our students, especially our homeschool students, tend to do that route and take advantage of that and kind of get their associate's degree out of the way so they can go ahead and go on to a 4-year university.
Are we limited, is it just for the high school students within the Lauderdale County?
It is. They have to be a Lauderdale County resident.
Okay.
If they're not, then they can still do dual enrollment classes, which those are full price, and they only receive college credit. They won't get the high school credit along with those.
Okay, so if they're within Lauderdale County, they will also receive high school credit
Yes.
for it as well?
Yes. So like, for example, if they were to take college algebra as a dual credit class, they will get like their Algebra 3 high school credit and the college algebra credit for taking this class.
Wow.
So kind of 2 birds with 1 stone. So it's a really good opportunity
It's a
for them to take.
win-win-win situation
Yes,
there.
absolutely.
What about homeschooled students?
Homeschool students can take advantage of this.
Now, how would they go about it since they don't typically have counselors?
So it's going to be the same way, except all of their applications and everything come directly to me, and then I work with whether it be their parent or whoever it is that is actually homeschooling them. They can kind of sign all the documents and get their transcripts and everything like that together. And the only difference with that is their classes are $75 just because the high schools, we split the price of paying for
Okay.
instructors and things like that. So, but it's basically the same deal for them. So it's
Well,
pretty
now,
awesome.
I don't understand any parent who says that you're going to college. I don't understand why any parent doesn't just jump all over this.
I know, and
my nephew, I've already told him, he's in the 6th grade right now, and I'm like, when you get into the 11th grade, you are going to be
Yeah.
taking these classes.
Exactly. Well, it's just such a good opportunity. I don't know, why you wouldn't want to take advantage of that. You can go ahead and kind of get those basic classes out of the way. Why would you not want to do that? You're going to have to take them no matter what you decide to major in. For the most part, most freshmen and sophomores are going to end up taking the same classes.
So any of those basic classes, like the English, Comp
Yeah.
1, Comp 2, math, the
Yeah,
algebra,
public speaking, music appreciation.
college study skills, they
stuff
come
like
and take
that. Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Why? I'm so old. I'm so old, and why didn't we do this?
I wish they would.
Do we have a good number of students who take advantage of this?
Yeah, absolutely. It's I don't even know how many. It's a couple of
That's
hundred
why you
for
look
sure.
so tired. when we were talking about earlier, I'm like, you look exhausted.
you know, it is a lot of our students really do take advantage of this, and it's just a wonderful opportunity for them.
Oh my gosh. Now listen, I hope, you know, I want you to come back and talk about this some more, because I think this is so important. But dual enrollment, you know, I keep thinking back, I could have had my doctorate very quickly, but it's such a great way to get those basics out of the way. Whether or not you're coming here, which you should come here.
You should, yes.
You should come here, but whether or not you're coming here or going straight to a 4-year university, you can get so many of those basics out of the way.
And it's so much cheaper. You know, you're going to end up paying for it wherever you go, so why would you not want to pay much less?
Well, Desi, as always, I want to thank you for being here.
Absolutely. And I did want to say, for our spring classes,
yes.
Those start January 11th, so the deadline for students to submit their applications is December 11th.
Okay.
You know, we're going to be closed for Christmas break, and so we want to just kind of encourage everybody to get those in as soon as they can if they think they want to do a spring class.
So you say once again what they need to do by December 11th.
So they need to go to meridiancc.edu/dual credit.
Okay.
And it kind of breaks it down for you on that web page. You need to fill out an MCC admissions application for the spring semester and just fill out your dual credit application, and that's it.
Will you have to fill out a dual credit application each semester?
Well, if you start, so for instance, you start in the fall and you want to continue into the spring, you just have to fill out, you know, I'm re-enrolling. It's not a whole, you don't have to do all the application process. You just say, hey, I'm going to keep taking classes. So as long as you don't skip a semester, you can just continue on without having to redo that whole process. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, listen, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to have you on again because
Absolutely.
every student needs to take advantage of
Yes,
this.
I agree.
Every one of them. We'll talk to you later,
All
okay?
right, thank you.
We'll be right back.
Are you searching for something new? Then Meridian Community College is the place for you. With over 52 career and technical pathways, you can move straight into the workforce in 2 years or less. Get hands-on experience in welding and electrical technology, or go digital in graphic design and media production. You'll discover many opportunities for a new career at a fraction of the cost. Reskill now. Become essential at Meridian Community College. Register today at meridiancc.edu.
All right, so you're looking to make a career decision that's crazy smart and won't break the bank. Then let's start with tuition guarantee and a home field advantage. That's Meridian Community College, and we're changing the game. We've got heavy metal drilling and saving lives. Or how about building a rover that could drive on Mars? We're more than grades in a classroom. We're your Red Bull monster shot of knowledge that will help you own that next job. This is not just the 13th year, it's the gateway to your entire career. Are you ready for more? Well, the eagle has landed. Find your wings.
On behalf of executive producer Matt Milner, media consultant Josh Taylor, and student producer Dorothy Taylor, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week.
Become essential at Meridian Community College. Our community is changing, and at MCC, we are built for those who want to serve. Being essential has kept our community going. You can become that here, all at an affordable cost. Whether you dream of helping people through healthcare services or want to transport goods, connecting people with the products they need, we have many unique opportunities to help you find your purpose. Don't wait for change. Be the difference and register today. Become essential at Meridian Community College.